let's talk about This Is For.
This is for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough.
Hey guys, after sitting on the album for just over a week, I'm ready to share my thoughts. If you haven't seen it, I reacted to this album when it was released, link in the iCard if you'd like to see that. But to sum it up, I had some mixed feelings. On the one hand, I loved how different the songs were from what we were used to from Twice. They really pushed the envelope both sonically, but especially lyrically. However, I couldn't help but feel disappointed because of how much love and attachment I had to the teaser mix for the songs. Now that it's been a few days of constant streaming, I feel like I've been able to separate the songs from its initial teaser, and I can help my brain get used to this being the default. I've learned all of the English lyrics, and I've also learned most of the choreo for This Is For, so I can truly say that I dove into this album with open arms. So let's talk about it. 4. We start off the album with a great intro track. It does an amazing job of getting you hyped up by repeatedly asking, "Are you ready for the ride?" And boy was I ready. Every time I play it, I can't help but get excited. And the second part where they chant, "Once you see us, you'll madly love us twice," is so true. 6 years in and I'm not leaving anytime soon. This Is For. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Truly jumping into the album, we have This Is For, a danceable retro pop song that sounds different than what I thought it would. To me, it gives an 80s, 90s type vibe with the different sound effects in the production. It's a really easy listen since the song is barely 2 minutes long. Speaking of runtime, I'd say that's my biggest gripe, with not just the song but the album as a whole. Their previous studio album, Formula of Love, was not only 2 tracks longer, but a whopping almost 17 minutes longer. That's a whole ass mini album length. I'll save my thoughts for the album as a whole for the end, so moving on to the lyrics, it's textbook female empowerment, and I love it. This is for the girls, literally. Their opening lyric and the main sentiment for the album is, "This is for all my ladies who don't get hyped enough. If you've been done wrong, then this is your song, so turn it up." While I don't identify with either, you better believe I turned it up. No, I need this to be louder. You don't understand. The song itself isn't really a story, but rather a sentiment that's being expressed throughout. There's a lot of space imagery in the song and in the rest of the album, implying that the listener is so great or hot, they must be from outer space. This sentiment is expanded upon in Peach Gelato, but yeah. Overall, these are just some feel-good lyrics. You can bop and dance along, and because it's fully in English, a big portion of their fan base can also sing along. Introducing a slight new segment here, I wanted to very briefly talk about the choreo. It took me about 3 hours to really nail down the general moves and positions, without really focusing on the details in the hands. Chewy's first part really got me tripping up. But generally, because the song is so short and the chorus is repeated, I say it's super easy to learn. For reference, I know I Can't Stop Me, Fancy, More and More, Alcohol Free, Cry For Me, One Spark, and so on and so forth, and that's just the Twice ones. So even though I'm not the greatest dancer, I'd say give it a shot, because it's super fun. At least how I do it, which is switching members to whoever's in center, assuming it makes sense. I slowly tweak it until it flows naturally, so it's a good old time. For the music video, there's not much to say. It's gorgeous. They're gorgeous. And finally, excluding the Red Hood looks because I didn't really like that on anyone, Jonghyun is being styled well. This is a super win. The video itself doesn't really follow a story. They're kind of bouncing around from locations, but I don't really mind it. The sets and the shots themselves were beautifully done in my opinion. From someone who enjoys filming, this was quite satisfying to watch. There's different transitions and effects done, like there's a few shots where everything freezes while the member who's singing can keep moving, and I don't know, it really just scratched my brain. Overall, I'd give the song a solid 9.5. If it were longer, it would definitely be a perfect score. Speaking of the song being longer though, let's talk about the deluxe version of the album that included the quote-unquote extended version. It added a 15-second dance break, I think. Even with that, the song isn't even 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. So let's just say I wish it was even longer. Options. we have our first mega banger. Going triple platinum in my bedroom, I love this song. I genuinely think it's my most played so far. I love the sound, the message, and the way it slows things down between two pretty big songs. This is 4 and Mars. This is the first song where I will say my pearls were clutched. What do you mean, temptation? Tight little jeans, what a sensation? Excuse me? Oh my god. And you did it at my birthday dinner. Jokes aside, I actually love the fact they included several lines like this throughout the album. It truly cements their entry into adulthood. Explicitly. Now, all they gotta do is say fuck! Oh my god. Who said that? Anyways, the song is pretty self-explanatory with the title. Twice have options and they're not looking to get tied down. Because of their roster, they can be picky with who they want, and if the listener is lucky, it could be them. But they have to be okay with the idea of them not being only theirs. Asking if they can handle it, because the way they move is scandalous. They even tell the listener in the bridge, if you really want, you could be the one. Don't be overthinking, little bit of fun. On one condition, don't get too emotional. So to me, I view this as, we could be exclusive, just don't get attached, because I'm temporary. Speaking of which, Momo's verse is so satisfying. I love the way she elongates the end of the last words. It just, again, scratches my brain. Also, like I mentioned briefly, this song has a bridge. I definitely miss that in a lot of the songs, but let's not dwell on that here. To me, this song is perfect. A good length, good lyrics, good vocal moments. It's a 10 out of 10. Definitely one of the strongest offerings on the album. So, when thinking about which song is my number one spot, voulez-vous? Could be you. I don't know. Mars. Speaking of strong offerings, we have back-to-back hits. Ramping up the hype again, we have Mars. Continuing the space imagery, Mars comes in swinging with a thumping beat that prepares you for adventure. This is also the first of 3 songs that have Korean in them. The song itself to me is about the world disappearing when you're with this person. While you can interpret it romantically, I feel like this is more of a fan or friendship type song. The lyrics paint a story of running away with the listener and being among the stars, so far away that the pale blue dot has become distant. In the second verse, they say, I've never imagined it before. Somebody picks you up, takes you to where no one knows. I want to do that for you. I want to lose control. This to me is Twice saying to us that they want to be that escape for us. Take us to the unknown with their music and truly feel like it's just us and them. We obviously have to mention the killing point, the post-chorus. Jihyo and Nayeon take turns screaming, "We are alive." And like many fans, I feel like this is in reference to them being on their 10th consecutive year together. They are more than alive. They're here making this for us. My only gripe with the song is that it's too short. Perry, my girl, you could have given us a bridge. Imagine a bridge that's sonically like Takedown's bridge, but then the last chorus has a key change higher, and the final chorus is Nayeon and Jihyo harmonizing, and you could have Jungyoung singing the chorus overlaid to really sell that grandeur and make it even bigger. A boy can dream. As is, the song is a 9.5. It's so close to perfect, it hurts. Just know, it's a 10 in my heart. Right Hand Girl. Me when I remember I live on an island. Dig it, baby. Right Hand Girl is another banger. This song is so unapologetically girls girl coded. The literal opening verse has some bars. I said I'm on my way, but I'm already outside. Girl, come and hop up in a big ride. Don't be messing up your eyeliner for somebody who's a part-timer. Twice said don't be crying over no bum-ass man, and I better not see y'all crying in no damn club, please. The song really talks about the listener getting over a guy and really showcases Twice as the supportive friends who's looking out for you and make sure you have a good time. Besides the intro to the song, my jaw was on the floor with the chorus. Take it all, baby. Get it, yeah, we can worry later. Bend it, break it, on your worst behavior. Don't need nobody but your right hand girl. I was like, bend it? Break it? Huh? And then when Chewy said, and when I drop mama behind, now you're gonna follow, let your hips unwind, girl. I was gagged. This is truly a new sound for Twice, and I'm very excited they're exploring this Caribbean-like sound. Overall, even though the song is also on the short side, it feels like a complete listening experience. It has 2 verses and pre-choruses, 3 choruses, and a bridge. So overall, I feel like the song is appropriately timed. I would give this one a solid 10 out of 10. Peach Gelato. Nothing could have prepared me for this song. I knew from listening that this was written by a man. This song confused me so much upon my first listen, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I could know how this was originally made, like demo-wise, because I feel like this would have been a duet of sorts. Because some lines definitely feel like a man is supposed to be saying this, and other lines feel like a cheeky response. Like the literal pre-chorus. When I saw that thing shake, thought I hit the lotto, dripping so sweet, like a peach gelato. I can see me in your head tomorrow. Oh, you know what I want to do. The first two lines feels like it's the man approaching the woman. Then the following lines is the girl's playful response, ending again with the guy. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, because you go twice, giving us a song for the girls. But it takes me a bit out of it. This is also the first song I feel suffers from not being like the teaser. The song to me would have worked more as like a vaguely Middle Eastern mid-tempo song. Because of the video, I was envisioning a desert scene with the protagonist longing for this person. Instead, we got a country line dance song that I can see playing in the background at a honky-tonk. My comments and the basic song structure aside, I can't ignore the lyric that had me shook. When I saw that thing shake, thought I hit the lotto, dripping so sweet like a peach gelato. I gasped. Again, period. They're adults, but come on now. That came out of left field. Because of that line, it makes me question what this quote-unquote peach gelato we're speaking of is. I don't know, if I think too hard about it, I get uncomfortable. Overall, I'd give this song like an 8. It's not my favorite, but I won't necessarily skip it. But my gripes with it make it so that the version in my head is better, so I get frustrated when it does come on. Hi, hello. Honestly, I was a bit worried when I read the title because nothing could ever be "Hello, we all run this city," yeah? But this is a really cute song that slows things down before you need back-to-back drinks of water. The narrator in the song is feeling frustrated with the listener because things aren't moving as fast as they'd hoped. They already belong to this person, but they don't want to make the first move. They simulate how this interaction would go in the chorus and overall express the want for the other person to finally make the advance they're waiting for. Reading the translation truly made me enjoy the song. For the longest time, this was one of my least favorites because of A, the difference between this and the teaser, and B, the fact that I just couldn't understand it. While it's not the strongest song sonically or lyrically, I don't think it has to be. The message is clear as day and hopefully this boy will see it. Overall, I'd give this one an 8.5 out of 10. It's good, but could be better. Baditude. Speaking of being better, we have the anthem that is Baditude. I can't help but feel like I'm that bitch when this song comes on. Like, the beat is nasty. I was moving against my will. And these lyrics, girl! With my girls and we on a mission. Do what we want, we don't need permission. Stop and pose is an intermission. I'ma need a minute. In one ear and out the other. Got a complaint? Better call your mother. We come through and bring the thunder. Think it's about you, but you just don't get it. Gagged. Just fully gagged. They've been those girls. Now they're just reminding us. Truly, I knew I was gonna love this song from the teaser, but oh my god, I love it so much more than I thought. The lyrics are pretty straightforward. It's a clubby type song about them having a big attitude, but backing it up. The song invites the listener to not just bark, but bite. And if you've seen the edits, oh, people are barking, but not in the way twice meant. Also, them talking about, I don't even bite, but I might. Girls, please, I can only take so much. Again, my overarching complaints relies mainly on the song structure and length. I don't think a bridge would have added much, but maybe a third verse or an instrumental dance break could have been great. I also wish we could have gotten a Momo rap, but beggars can't be choosers. But overall, I'd say they started the subunit songs off with a bang. 9.9 out of 10. I remain gagged. From intro to end, their foot never left my neck. I can't breathe, y'all. I'ma work that. I'm good on the help. I keep all of them hooked like a belt. Skirt so short, it looked like a belt. Don't need you, I do it for myself. I was too stunned to speak. Quedé ahí frío, hielo. Quedé mínimo como un múltiplo. Verbo to be. Estaba paralizado con mucho miedo y no me podía mover. But the thing was, I was moving.
I'm that baby, and the double tap tap, cause I'm so cutesy. I'm dead. To say it twice, I don't use the term loosely.
I don't know what came over me. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you speak Spanish like that, but oh my god. If I thought Baditude was that girl, they literally showed me otherwise with this one. They want the tea on me, but don't worry about it, because they got that that ooh, from the tippy to the hippie to the shoe. Bars, poetry, lyricism, and then tell me, can you match that? Baby, I can throw it, but you'll never ever catch that. Kitty kitty cat. If your camera's on, better let me see no flashback. I just can't. I can't. One look at my aura, they say ooh la la. I got it, that like it, that je ne sais quoi. You do what you told and I do what I want. And they give us a bridge too. Like, okay, architect, period. I don't have much to say about the song. If it's not clear already, I love it. It's sexy, mature, grown, adult. They are once again showing us that they can pull anything off. They can also pull anyone. 10 out of 10, no notes. Let Love Go. I need to calm down, y'all. And luckily, Let Love Go give us some room to breathe. It's still a very groovy retro track that is very danceable, but it's not gaggy like the previous ones. However, she's still great. Lyrically, it's about getting over someone. Well, it's about realizing that once they get over this person, they can do anything, like turn day to night, their tears to wine, etc. I really love the message of this song coupled with the vibes. I'm picturing a retro roller club with bright neon lights and like a diffused blur over the video. If I were to nitpick, which is kind of my job to do so, the last minute of the song being lyrically the same was a little bit of a letdown. However, I believe that it's commonplace in this genre, so it doesn't bother me. It truly feels like a song I would have heard when I was younger, riding in my mom's minivan in the best way possible. Overall, not much to say on this one either. It's got good storytelling because it's pretty descriptive in its verses, so I'd give this one like a 9.5. There's still room for improvement, but definitely a great song. G.O.A.T. Now the song that suffered the most from not being like the teaser. I was so excited for this one. I thought we were going to get a Pink Panthers type song, but having it be slowed feels wrong. Like, the song lyrically, it's great. It's about being the GOAT, rising from the ashes of their past, and being bigger and better because of it. My issue isn't the message, it's truly a tempo thing. I think I can get over the other song's differences, but in this case, I think the song suffers a lot because of it. Like, it feels like the song is taking itself too seriously. I envision this behind some growth or training montage in like a Netflix movie. They've got some cute one-liners, and again, I will never pretend that Twice isn't the GOAT, but I feel like if the song was just faster, it would add a layer of unseriousness that could really sell the message. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I'd give this one a 7.5, 8 on a good day. Talk. Getting right back up from a slight misstep, we have Talk, and it's so good. We got an R&B duet with my girls. Do I wish this could have been a 3-mix song? Yes, but I won't harp on that too long. The song is about needing open communication in the relationship. They ask this person in the chorus, "Why can't you just talk to me? You ain't gotta walk on me." There's this sort of desperation and that need for closure that keeps the narrator going. This all boils over in the bridge with them saying, "Yes, I got a couple questions, don't let me be ignored. You're supposed to be the man for me, the one I adored. I gave you all of me, so tell me what it be. If you're acting crazy, promise you I'm gonna know." They're sort of giving this person an ultimatum, so what's it gonna be? Sonically, this song is everything I wanted and more. In this case, I feel the song being slower than the teaser works. I like how it actually helps convey the sort of defeat and helplessness they feel. And it's an R&B track, so of course it's up my alley. Nayeon and Jiho's vocals sound so good together, I can't even. So this one for me is another solid 10 out of 10. Seesaw. Time for our slow song. I'm not gonna lie, in my first few listens of the album, Seesaw didn't really do it for me. But after reading the translated lyrics, ouch. The song is about a seesaw of emotions. They're going back and forth, neither of them wanting to admit their feelings. But in this case, Twice found out the other person was being unfaithful, so to speak. They start asking them in the bridge, "Why did you make me think you're all mine?" As slow songs go, it's really good. I love the way it sounds and the way it makes me feel. It's more of an underrated song, I think. I don't know if I'd seek it out, but I won't skip it. I don't really have much else to say on it, so it's a good 8 out of 10. Heartbreak Avenue. Closing off the album, we have this banger. I view this song as a sort of part 2 from Seesaw. This one is also pretty self-explanatory from its title. The narrator has tried everything they can to get over this person, but no matter what they do or how hard they try, they always come back to this person, even when they know they shouldn't. Saying in the second verse, "I let you fool me once, but I can't let you fool me twice," showing us that this isn't the first time, but they're trying to be better. Throughout the song, there's definitely most of a story being told, starting from them recognizing their behavior and acknowledging that they aren't the problem, to then saying they're done settling, but once the chorus hits, they're right back where they were. I feel a bridge could have benefited this song a lot, both sonically and thematically. Sonically, because I feel the song needed something bigger. Nayeon's "I'm Done" is very satisfying and sort of serves that purpose, but I need more. We technically got that in the last post-chorus with Jungyoung, but it's drowned out by everything else. Actually hearing that emotion like we did in the teaser, or just adding an additional part altogether would have been great. Now thematically, I feel like the song fell a bit short. Like the ideas are almost fully realized, but we needed that last little bit to make it cohesive. Maybe they could list a specific event that happened, or sort of come to realize that they're actually done and promise to never go back, even if that statement is cut by their chorus. I feel like it still gives the emotional climax the song is missing while still showing the cycle of going back. As a closing song, this works great. I love the ending instrumentals and the way it kind of winds you down, so I would give this one a solid 9 out of 10. Talking a bit about the album as a whole, I feel like this is a great step in the right direction. Twice keep showing us time and time again why they're great. With each reinvention comes a new sound to explore. I also really enjoyed the ideas and topics that were touched on the album. This truly feels like an album done by grown women, and I love that. I do wish the deluxe version included the 9 solo tracks because it feels a bit weird not having them on streaming, but I also know that it was a very smart move to add Takedown. Overall, I love this album. Unfortunately, it's still not dethroning Formula of Love for me, but I do have to sit down and listen to all of them back to back so that I can actually give my thoughts. That might be a video in the future, so look out for that. Altogether, I would give this album a 9 out of 10. It's very good, but I can't ignore some of my issues with it. I'll probably make a video discussing the solos in the near future, so also be on the lookout for that. But that leads us to the end of this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click that bell icon so you're notified every time I post a video. Tell me in the comments down below which song is your favorite. And do you want a deluxe version? Because I heard some people theorizing that maybe, just maybe, we could get a deluxe version, but with like the original mixes. If that is a thing, G.O.A.T, if you're listening, I will buy so many copies. Trust me. I will give you my money. But anyways, remember that I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys hopefully very, very soon. Bye!